day you are saved from every trouble.
That's right. She could have been killed 3 times.
3
She
times.
wasn't killed at all.
Three is a good number.
Shall we start this?
Yes.
Open this today?
Are you in for some dark chocolate and nuts?
Sure.
Okay.
No to that.
See what she brought for us.
That's so nice.
Yeah. And
Hi, Aziz.
hey, Ed has gone to find you. Oh, he's here. And who was there in the library?
I don't know their names, but they were doing
Chanting.
They said they had a meeting or something.
Oh, they are not for us.
So how do you get the keys? Who are
How
the,
did they get in there?
how do you get?
I mean, I recognize
Who?
one of them.
Acha.
I think he comes here.
Oh,
I think he comes here.
acha. Then, yeah. Acha, we'll at the end of the class is better, no?
Yeah. Let's see.
See. I can open.
Acha, at the end of the class is okay. This is
We'll take it to tea.
tea. She brought something else also.
Popcorn, though.
I think Mamita's cooking supper today.
Yeah.
She is?
Yeah.
Opa, great. Opa.
Oh, see?
There's a couple
She's
ready
from-
to have
She's Candy is loved by, most loved by our,
Oh, good.
Durga, Adrija.
Oh,
Yeah.
Adrija, that's right.
Adrija will like. We should send something for her.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Will you like to eat one now? Put your mouth before you start.
No, there's nobody thinking about it the whole class.
But come in. Just sit somewhere.
I stubbed it last night.
Oh, you have
It was
no
bleeding
book,
pretty
no?
Oh,
No book. You can get a
bad.
book
The
also.
basal cell thing removed today, biopsy, but it's
You always
I get a lot of them. I mean, every couple of years.
Craig does too. He gets checked every 6 months.
Okay, let us.
Where are we? We're on page,
Huh.
25.
We are starting the third verse, no? Third
I
verse, verse number 3. Oh, you have no book. But
haven't been to this class yet.
acha. So you have your book. You have your. So you can get it one. She just told.
Okay.
If you want to have
I'll
it,
go get one.
yeah,
Okay.
that will be yours.
Upadeshamrita.
She
It looks
just
like
told
this.
us.
Yeah. Okay.
She said that some copies are
Yeah,
available.
she said she just got
So, Kartik, or what is the name?
Damodar.
Damodara is Narayana Damodara. Damodara is the name of another name of Krishna, the Lord Narayana Damodara. Damodara.
And what does that name symbolize in Krishna?
Damodar, what is the name signifies?
Sorry?
What is the name Damodar signifies?
Sri Krishna.
That I know.
But what about Sri Krishna? Is it a certain aspect?
He has 100,008 names, Sri Krishna.
He has a 108 names. In that one is Damodara.
Okay.
That I understand, but any special story behind, you know.
Damodara means I cannot explain actually,
Come here.
Damodara means the
Come
flower.
here, come. You have no book?
The flower?
You want to have it?
Sri
Go in the bookstore.
Vishnu husband Mahalakshmi. The flower lotus
Yes, yes, so.
flower
Uh-huh.
in the heart is
Uh-huh.
something I cannot explain.
Okay.
Go so, go so.
Oh, that's cool.
Damo means the
Dama
row
the
and Udaro means the belly.
yes.
Damo means row and Udaro.
Yeah.
So his mother
Mother used to tie her
Mother
in
used
the
to
belly,
Yes.
and other is a naughty boy. So keep her. But then,
Then that is why his name Damodar. The one who has
Udaro,
the
Damo.
Udara.
oh,
Dama plus Udara.
Damo is pressed on Udara.
Yes.
In the Udara means the
Udara
belly,
is down.
Dama means the rope is tightened, so that he does not. The children are done.
Doesn't
That
run
is
away
the
from
that's
his
the
mother.
song Uchutam Keshavam Krishna
Damodaram.
Damodaram.
That's why we find in the airport also, or in some other places, children, too many children, small children, mom puts on a rope and holds that baby.
Yeah.
Oh, I had one
Like a leash.
when I was young.
You have one?
Yeah, I would always wander off, so they got me one of those leashes.
Yeah, I had one for Freddie.
You see, now Damodar. You go to the Google and you get everything. See, Damodara,
This is
also spelled as Damodara,
Very-
Daraha.
It's because it doesn't have the commentary, but you'll hear
The
you'll
same
read
thing.
verses.
Acha, I'll tell you.
same verse.
Same
27.
thing, verses, but no
27.
commentary.
Say, how many page? How much page?
All right, I'll buy you.
Oh, they brought this book. What's it?
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't have the same one.
They
Oh.
don't have this one.
Oh,
but
acha.
She got too many of the other books.
Oh, acha. But you can use it.
Yeah.
Come. So it says, the Lord, when he was tied with a cord, hey, the Lord, when he was tied with a cord, means Dharma, around his waist, Udara, denoting a divine pastime, in which Krishna's mother, Yasoda, bound Krishna for being mischievous, used by very Vaishnava adherents. One who is known through a mind which is purified by means of self-control. Another, whose mind is, আসুন এখানে আসুন, ওখানে ওরা বসেছে, এইটাই বুঝতে পারেন। And one who is known through a mind which is purified, Udara also means whose mind is pure, pure mind. Damodara means one who is known, who can be realized only by purified mind, by means of self-control. That is the Damo, that is the rope. One who can be caught or experienced by Dharma, by a rope, which is the purified mind. Mind is the instrument. With that only you can catch him.
You know what would make it interesting class sometimes for me is if we had a class on all the 108 names of Krishna and looked at each one and why each one was. That would be really interesting.
Right. That, yeah, we don't have that chanting also, we don't do. But good, it is a good idea. But Google gives all these
Kind of
things.
a bhakti thing,
Yeah,
right?
bhakti thing. Yeah, bhakti. Eto, another word is in whose bosom rests in the stomach belly the whole universe. That's also Damodara. See, three meaning has come. You should know. Anyone will ask you.
I know in my language, but I cannot explain it in English.
No, three language. One
So,
simple thing.
I'm sorry,
Mother is to
but-
tie. Mother is to tie in the rope. That's why it is called Damo. Udara is the belly, whose belly is tied with a cord or a rope for mother, as mothers try to take care of the baby. Second is one who is known only to the mind which is pure, that is the Udara. Udara means a pure mind. By means of how that can come? Only by Dhamma, means control of the mind. Pure mind and its self-control. And then another, one in whose bosom the whole universe rests. But these are the things now.
So many children.
What did you bring it ultimately?
The only one that is there.
Okay, ঠিক আছে ওই আরেকটা আছে না, one volume is here. Another book you didn't bring?
I think that's a good idea.
Mhm.
That means
That's it.
we can put all the names, 108 names, and then we can chant.
আচ্ছা,
Yeah, I think that would be so cool. And so, is it a tradition in India? Many children are named after the 108
no,
names of Krishna?
either any one of the 108 names, or the ladies are given any honor 1008 names of mother. All names are Indian names are given. There is a significance. Is some divine name is given so that it reminds you that you are divine.
They have Vishnu.
Sahasranama. Vishnu's 1000 names are there.
Yeah.
Lord Vishnu.
That's very popular.
Vishnu Sahasranam. Acha, so it is almost time is gone. How many? 49. 19 minutes gone. So
But we
let us.
learned a lot already. We did.
Okay. So now we are going to start the third verse. Find out the third verse. This book will have on page 25. This book. And your small book, go to the third verse. Page number what? Could not find it. Verse number 3. Verse
One
number.
where 2 where 3 is page 38.
And you find out for yourself. Asun. Okay. Now we are reading this book on Nectar of Instruction, or you call it is the Rupa Goswami's instruction. Huh? Did you get it? Ah, very good.
Oh, the class has grown
Yeah.
considerably.
38.
38 on this one.
Yeah, thank you.
Page 38.
Am I in your way?
No, but maybe I sit here.
Am I in your way?
No.
Acha. So we have read the 2 verses.
What page was it?
I told you 25.
25 for us.
Our book is 25. No, this big size book, page 25. So, first verse talks about that we have 6 urges which normal human being may have, and that is not favorable for bhakti, unfavorable, and therefore it is worthy of rejection. That was the first 6. So what are the first 6? These can be practiced all through the life, whether you are a bhakta or you are a jnani or in any path, spiritual path you follow. But this Bhakti Margi's book will be little slant, will be only that by bhakti, and they will decry. They're bad, they're bad, they're bad. But we as Vedanta, we don't say bad. We say that's also a path. And you only sincerely follow and you love God. That is the major thing. So that 6 verses we have read again and again. One is called the Bacho Begam, the Bega, the force, the subdue the impetus of Bacho, speech. Sit here, here. And let's take out that bag on the other side. Bacho Begam, that is important. Talk. Always our tongue is engaged in not talking about God, but whatever to speech. So that is a force is there. Don't do that. Try to check it. Then Bacho Begam, Manasa, mind. Mind tries to move here and there and then. And that's the impulse. Whatever my mind says, I run for that. I like it. I have no judgment. I have no calculation. Even if I calculate, I analyze, mind says, and I do that impulsively. So check that. Manaso Begam. Third one was Krodha Begam. Everyone knows. Whenever I want something and it does not happen, naturally anger comes up. Krodha. And Krodha. And that Begam. And when that beg comes, when that begam, that impulse, that strong feeling urge comes, very difficult to control. And if you don't control, well, how will you be loving God then? You have to have self-control. So, Bacho Begam, Manasa Begam, Krodha Begam. 3. 4th is Jiva Begam. Jiva, tongue. Eating this, eating that, this is good, that is good, and engaging whole day to test diverse types of food, and this type of food to that type of food, and that goes, most of the energy goes, whole world is called. You go to the third world, in this country people don't eat. Contrary, Bhagavan gave some money, but they don't know to eat. All are eating only grass and something, almost grass, I say. The only lettuce. Lettuce, who eats in India? Lettuce. Huh?
No.
The poor people, those who have nothing, they are. But the rich people, richest people here, I am a salad bar. And what salad bar means? So, but in India, they want to prepare food, not only a delicious food. How many items they can have? Nandita is here. And other ladies are here. See, they can prepare this type of taste with little salt. With this Western cuisine is also wonderful. Adding with this, doing with that. See, all the 24 hours one channel is working. What?
Oh yeah, food channel.
Food channel.
Oh yeah.
How you prepare this food and that food.
Yeah.
Lots of channels.
Yeah.
for
Lots of
food.
channels.
Yeah.
And that's very important. So Rasana, this touch, tongue, that begam, that intensity. Are Baba, for spiritual people, I have to survive. So I need food, balanced food, so that my body cooperates with my path of spiritual journey. I should not be running for the food to test. This food is better. And delicious. That's why our Swami Sarvadevananda Maharaj used to give food, used to mix together. That's finished.
Oh really?
Yesterday I heard that I went into Kentucky, London, Kentucky, and there is a devotee. And Swamiji used to go to their house. He used to live in this country, and they moved to that place, and husband is a doctor, heart doctor, etc. Now, first day, his mother was a great devotee in Delhi. So he prepared all these foods, so many food and so many items. Each individual
Yes.
taste is different. Sour to more, little sweet and sweeter. That is the way. That Indian, you go, whenever they serve, we say, hey, first item is this. Second item is this. It is a test, no?
The
So-
bitter, first item is the
Bitter,
bitter.
and then like that you go move. But this is a test. You have to test this food, you have to test that food. Your mind is going food and food and food and food and food. So one day he ate. And second day, he brought all these things. He take a bowl and took this and this and this and this and all mixed together and make a mix of it and then started eating. Then the lady started crying. I have prepared with so much time and energy to give special flavor and taste, and you are all mixing together. Then he said, sadhus should not have special preference of taste, because you are bringing your mind. You can come, sit there. So sadhus should not have special urge for this test, because you should focus on God. And also, as you say, prasad means whatever you offer to God, that becomes prasad. No, but this prasad and that prasad, that means it is you are hiding your another aspect, only running for the testing the tongue. So begam, that's a beg. Stop it. Don't do that. Jivha begam, udara upastha begam. That means the whole world moves for the enjoyment of the senses. And that is not, if it is not begam means impulsive, obsessive, impulsive.
Begum
And begam means like,
is it with a V
it's a
or
force.
a B?
Begam, Begam,
Begum.
first number one. Anyhow, so these are the to be one who have conquered all this agitation. That is the self-controlled person. That is first verse. We have read that. Second verse number 2. Find out verse number 2. Verse number 2, it says that bhakti is destroyed if by following the 6 kind of faulty thing. What are the 6 kind? One is atyahara. Atyahara means otiyahara, eating. Gluttony. Gluttony. Eat and eat and eat. Boom. Gluttony. Atyahara. You need this much, but good food. Okay. And then after eating, what happens? You want to go to bed, or you become tired of eating. So atyahara, that is or impediment. Impediment to bhakti. Stomach upset, or it will disturb your sleep. It will disturb your early morning to get up, All these things will be objection. So it is impediment. It's not congenial for practicing bhakti. Second point says, prayasasya. Bhakti is destroyed. Say, eating too much or collecting more than necessary. Other aspect also. He has extended meaning. You collect so many things you don't need. Many people do that. It's recently one devotee of ours, a gentleman, he passed away, and they gave it that all the belongings and things to the society. So our Atma Vidyananda went there and took me. I got surprised. Maybe 100 pairs of shoes. Even the boxes are not open. He has ordered, and it has come. And it has come and he has put somewhere. Dress, shirt, pant, every item. How much you can wear? You women, you need more. Say, keep 10 sets. But we boys, we should have 1, 2 sets or 3 sets are enough. Circulate it. Maximum 4 sets, enough. Sadhus will have only 2 sets, that's all. Our one great sadhus, they carry 2 sets. 1 use and 1 wash. Finish. That is the regulated way, not to indulge into too much. And if you keep too much, your hassle is too much. You have to clean, you have to iron, you have to put it, you have to hang it, you have to write it. So that's why bhakta. Main thing, bhakta, the devotee. What the intention of a bhakta? Intention is that I will think of God. I will keep my mind more in God. So if it goes like this, then your major mind goes into taking care of these excesses. That does not mean that you do not have your whatever needed. Need may be different. Someone may need 10 sets, someone may need 12 sets. That's a different. But excessive means, as I gave the example about, and we are thinking where to give this shoes. It's a hassle. Even if he has not used, he has left for posterity like us. And they have left. And now we have to think where to give it. We have to give it to homeless. To find out homeless where, go to the homeless center and try to find. And they say, no, this shoes does not fit. And okay.
I collect them for the homeless. I give them. We
Yeah.
all get together and put them
They're
in
on one size. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that means for a bhakti.
everything.
So that's why bhakta, for a bhakta, they should be careful not to accumulate too much. So what is needed, you have little excess, but because it takes away your energy, your mind, your emotions, distribute it.
They get addicted to like the shopping channel.
Shopping channel. And there are people, shopping channel and other, they are always enticing us to go and purchase. Even in your office, kitchen tools, and they're so, okay, see your troubled, what is called the knife, and you see this knife, boom. As if you think, oh my God, it is such a great
You
thing.
watch
And
TV?
look at-
How do you know about
I
this?
know. And they say, just order now. Buy now. By credit, only use the credit card. That's all. And just you get it like that. Boom.
Free shipping.
Sometimes free shipping. Anyhow, so bhakti is destroyed because mind goes eating too much and then or accumulating something. Second, that those types of prayasasya, projalpa means useless mundane talks. Again, emphasizing talks, tongue talking. Let the tongue talk something meaningful. When you use your tongue, think, have I said something which is good for anyone, good for me, or good for the spiritual progress, or what we are talking about? All the mundane things. Of course, your business is a different thing. Your work is minimum, what is true. Whether can we avoid that unnecessary talk, or you can repeat the name of the Lord that time, or you can say something, talk, meaningful talk. Okay, which will inspire someone. Ramakrishna used to speak all the time. What he has said. Holy Mother even talking all the day. Swami Vivekananda, you can see any time, any day, he's walking, he's chit-chatting. what level of thought is to keep. We are reading the discourses all called dialogue between disciple and the teacher, master. What? It is dialogue means he is a cup of tea, he is chit-chatting, he is walking with him. It is not that he is sitting in a platform and giving some meditative mood lecture. What a profound thought for the development of India, for the development of women education, these, whatever he said. It is meaningful, not worthless garbage. So, that is the useless mundane talk. Endeavors that are opposed to bhakti, don't make such efforts which will be opposing your practices of devotion or your spiritual practice. Then, fourth, failure to adopt essential regulations or fanatical adherence to the regulation. Some people don't want to follow any regulation. No, that is not good. Spiritual life is a regulated life. And regulation is given by whom? Our sages. Bhakti school says, do this. Jnani school says, do this. Dhani, meditator, they have that, do this. You say, oh no, I am above. These are all rituals, I don't do. That you should not do. And don't do any contrary, which are contrary to spiritual progress. You don't follow the regulation, one defect. And those are do excessive regulation. What? Oh, the spoon has touched over there. As if the whole world is crumbling down. Try to do that. Take best care, because it is cooking for the Lord. But if by chance you say, okay, sprinkle some Ganges water and do it. But don't make it a fastidious thing. Fastidious. Right hand, oh yes, touch the left hand. I saw in our childhood, we used to see. Right hand, someone is eating, they want to give something. They will, how to give, they will take the thing, touch the left hand and touch the right hand and give this way. They're all detail of your bhakti and your honor. But it's too much. Just give things. And don't be too much involved into regulation. Rules. And don't be such that you don't carry any rules. Both extremes. Follow certain rules of disciplines of bhakti or practice, whatever is set by the tradition. Say, anyone may say, hey, I will meditate. Why am I to get up at morning every day same time? What is the need? I'll meditate at noon time. I'll meditate at 4 o'clock. Tomorrow I'll do at 7 o'clock. When my mind goes, it is good. Why shall I go and doze off in the morning? No. Rule. Get up at time. You doze off or take a shower. Come and sit and doze.
Come and sit and doze.
And then say, oh, everyone is meditating. Am I dozing? Then you be alert. Every day, same time, eat same time. Have a habit of regulation. I will eat today 7 o'clock. I won't eat. I don't feel 9 o'clock. The stomach does not know when to secretion. When the secretions to come, he does not know. And it is puzzled. Suppose you give any engine wrong information now and then, what happens? Your computer will be all puzzled. If 10 comments, opposite comments you send, what will happen? It will be all puzzled. So,
in your car, when your fuel get low, it doesn't have to be every time the same time. When it is over, you just put it. You don't put it every Sunday, you put your gas.
No, after certain mileage, follow that rule. After driving so much mileage, your gas is off. So 24 hours gas will be off. You get in the morning breakfast, eat in the nice time lunch, have supper, or regulated. Everything what you do should be regulated. Otherwise, I'm giving only the example for eating, for everything in our life, meditation. If you do meditate every day, there is at a particular time, it will one day, if that time passes away, you will be feeling discomfort. What something is, I am not feeling
Missing.
comfort. Missing. Something missing you will feel. If you never follow that regulation, that will never feel. Now I am in good mood, I am doing. Now I am not good mood, I will not do. That is not for spiritual growth. But a tendency to develop a sweet tendency so that our mind actually gets trained fast. After you train the mind, when it matures, then you are not to do anything, not to feel anything. Mature people, suppose our Brahmagani Swamis of the Belur Math, those who are, they need not have to sit for, but I have seen them, they sit more regularly than we sit. Swami Sarvadevananda, he was here so many years. You will never find him absent in morning meditation, noontime meditation, evening meditation. I have seen him in his night room. When something is gone, he is on his rosary. So it is a wonderful habit to create. How will you create that habit? If you whimsical all through the life, whimsy is not spirituality. First, because spiritual life is controlling the mind, regulating the mind. If the mind is to be regulated, and you allow the mind to go anywhere, okay, I don't like it now, I will do tomorrow, I will not, I don't eat now, I will eat sometime, and now I am not feeling. This is all whimsical way of allowing your mind and body to function.
Yes, Murthy Pranam one time told me that if you are in a sad mood, don't meditate.
That's a different special condition. When you are sad mood, it is said, I also say when you are in a very depressed mood, don't meditate. What will you do? You will think of the depressed object.
Yeah.
It will deepen. Why should, suppose somebody told you something or you hurt you with someone and you go on meditating. What will you meditate? Not Ramakrishna. You will think about why he did that. I didn't do that. It is wrong. He did it that time. It is improper. It is this. So you are meditating on that. And then your what is the spirituality? You are deepening some negative thing in your mind. No.
On the other hand, I learned to meditate on the negative feelings, like called leading into them. Like, oh, this is depression. Like, oh, I don't want to do anything, and be like, okay, I don't want to do anything. Leading into it, noting and trying to let it pass, arises again. Note it.
Yeah, that's the point. Then you are not indulging into the weakness. You are trying to rise above. But many of the people who are not of that capacity, they will be a subject, a victim. Yeah, there is the point. We have to be careful about that. Let us not be a victim of them. But let us not take position over us. Yeah, that's the point. So now tat karma. Oh, sorry. Second verse. What is that? Where we are? Second verse. Which page I got? No. That is we are starting. But the third point. So we said too much eating. Stop. That is the first point. Endeavors that all activities that are opposed to develop your bhakti. Third, useless mundane talk. Fourth, failure to adopt essential regulation. That way talking, rules to follow certain principles, not too much excessive, but not too much less, not too much over. And fourth, association with people who are opposed to bhakti. Don't make too much close friendship with people who don't understand your spiritual life. Either you in a bhakti path or in a jnana path. Those who ridicule your spiritual path, if you take too much go towards close at the beginning stage, when you are matured, you will be able to handle that because you don't take them. People say so many things. Once I was in an interfaith meeting, and I went to Salt Lake City. You know, Salt Lake City people are very much to proselytize Mormons.
Yeah.
So I went for a conference representing Hindu religion. And ultimately I had to come back quickly. So Saradesha Pranamataji and others were to stay back, but I have to come back. So They organized, after my talk is over, the Mormon big guys who are conducting that big conference, they said, okay, they asked one boy to drive me to the airport. He didn't know anything. He said, take this Swami to the airport. Oma, within 5 minutes I am sitting. Then what is your religion? What is this? And Christianity, this is Mormon religion, is this. This is so great. And he was trying to convert already. He started converting me. But at least I understood that, and I was not a victim of that. But if a immature person comes, within half an hour he was driving, he totally converted me. Then I gave some argument and this and that, and as our Vedanta philosophy says, then he is a good boy, very nice, very courteous, but he is so avoid such people where your spiritual mood, your spiritual practice, your Ishta Devata will be criticized. Don't go there, because that will disturb, opposite to bhakti. An association person opposed to bhakti, and greed or restlessness of the mind to adopt worthless opinions. Sadbhir bhaktir vinasati, which destroys your bhakti. Now, let us come to the page 20, third verse number 3. In this book, page 25, and your small book will give you something else. What? Utsahat. Utsahat nischayat dhairyat. Utsahat nischayat dhairyat. Tat tat karma pravartanat. Tat tat karma pravartanat. Sangatyagat. Sangatyagat. Sato vritte. Sato vritte. Sharvir bhakti prasiddhati. Sharvir bhakti prasiddhati. Again, utsahan nischayat dhairjat. Utsahat nischayat dhairjat. Tat tat karma pravartanat. Tat tat karma pravartanat. Sangatyagat. Sangatyagat. Sato vrittehe. Sato vrittehe. Sharvir bhakti. Sharvir bhakti prasiddhati. So, progress in bhakti. Suppose you want to progress in this love for God, to be obtained by following the 6 practices. You have to practice these 6. This is very one important verse for any spiritual seeker. What are these? First is utsaha. You have to do spiritual practice with enthusiasm. Oh, I'll have to do it. I find joy. If I not, I will have to get that joy. Because predecessors in our tradition, they did it with utsaha. And they reached their goal of perfection. Look at that. When this Ramakrishna order we are talking about, when it was started, in the early days of Ramakrishna passed away, there is no home, no roof over the wandering young boys who came to Ramakrishna. And then when they started, gathered around that Baranagar monastery, one monastery, dilapidated house, nothing to eat, no bed, no clothing, no food, in that situation. But what an enthusiasm! And Swami Vivekananda, you read the gospel, if you read the gospel at the end part, concluding part, you will find Naren, some future Vivekananda is coming and talking with the other boys. Said, so long Ramakrishna is here in the body. That was before Baranagar monastery. So long, we'll have to do entire, don't sleep whole night. Come, we'll have to do japa, meditation, prayer. And by his grace, we'll get it speedy spiritual progress. If we go that way, then we'll have to work harder. So he used to give enthusiasm to everyone. Our spiritual practice is what? I do 108. Oh, 108 as if 108 is too much. 100 is what? 108. I will do thousands. I will do 10,000. I'll do 50,000. Enthusiasm. So first point is utsaha. Utsaha means enthusiasm. So enthusiasm to carry out that practice. Here they have said rules that enhances bhakti. Anything that enhances your love for God. So you should be enthusiastic for anything that helps you to move towards God. Try that. Utsaha. Next is nishchaya. That means firm faith and statement that yes, I am following a path. That is sure I will attain the goal. How? Because the Shastras, the scriptures have said, and my Guru has said. I believe it. I may not get the result now, but I am nishchaya. Nishchaya means determined. Or I am sure and certain that it will reach the end. I will reach that end and I will reach that goal. Second is firm determination, because Guru's word and the Shastra's words. This should be followed by me. Third, dhairya. You should have patience. People say, oh, I am initiated. I am doing 10 years. Nothing happening. So, what is that spiritual life? Why the spiritual life should be like that? You have taken 10 years. For 10 years, how many hours you did meditate? One day, how many minutes you meditate? How many minutes you think of God? Even if you sit for meditation. But all 24 hours time, how many minutes you have engaged yourself, connected yourself with God? When I was a very young boy, so it is, I got very much inspired by this word. Baburam Maharaj, Swami Premananda used to say, this is the holy place. This Belur Math is a place which is absolutely pure place. If anyone can stay here 3 nights and does his spiritual practice, he will be liberated. Wow, such an easy license. Only stay. And I started reading that. I thought, my God, see, so many servants are there working, cleaning, sweepers are there, and taking care of the cows, gosala, and the guests. So many people are working there. So many sadhus, of course, they have already realized God. And so everyone is a realized soul, because they're staying days after days. And I come only, they don't allow me to stay even for after they ring the bell and you have to go away. So I thought, my God, if I can get a chance to stay here 3 nights, then we'll realize God. And then by God's grace, it came like that. And I was there for 23 years.
23 years you were there.
In that. Then I said, oh, then Baburam Maharaj, what he said is right or wrong? Baburam Maharaj said that 3 nights if you can live here, 3 times 24 hours. And in 24 hours, how do you live? Not your physical body is here. Your mind is somewhere. That is not your state. You are not there. You are there where? Where is your mind is. So, are you 24 hours constantly thinking of God? Mind it. How holy people say something, we may not find the easy response immediately, but their words have deep significance. 3 days means if you or anyone can be remaining every split second in the Belur Math, real Belur Math. Real Belur Math is the tangible, vibrant, spiritual Belur Math. So, if that's why there are 2 types of Belur Math, they say. Belur Math is the headquarters of our world organization, worldwide organization. We are here, we are under Belur Math. So all the organization here and they are in India. And there is one administrative side. And in administrative side, there are it appears worldly. There is finance, accounts, audit, court. There are many people sue, or they give some land and they have false deed and something, so we have to go to the court for justice. So we have all this business. So it is a worldly side, but there is a spiritual balloon. All this activity going on for whom? For God realization. So if one can do not get into that spiritual balloon mode, here, look at in this center, we have two sides. No, we have school, the bookshop. We are selling books, accounts. Then it goes to the account and bank account, and then activity, the garden cleaning, this, that is all activity. No, apparently it is just a place. Any place, it is a place. But there is a spiritual side of it. When you hear that Swami Sarvadevananda was here, he saw Holy Mother going down these steps. Just this house, just get out of the wall, Mother is going down these steps to the lower garden. There is that place. One day, after Swami, I heard that Swami Sarvadevananda Maharaj was going to his room where I live now. And when he was going, and suddenly he heard a voice. Sri Ramakrishna said, "Hey, you are not looking at me." Then he saw Sri Ramakrishna standing there. You are not looking at me. That means you are not paying attention to me. He had the vision of Ramakrishna. And then, that's why we have a bell. You will see, every time, that is to remember, hey, I have come. I'm here. That was the place he saw. That's why the bell is given there. So there is a spiritual. In this temple, how many vision and experience have happened to different sadhus, holy people, devotees. That is a spiritual thing. So we are here for that spirituality. But it is apparently, if one is not spiritual, he will only see the mundane thing. Cooking, cleaning, pots and pans and talking about this, that. Yes, that is to be done because it is a mixture of that. But all purpose is for pleasing God and seeing God and experiencing God. So see, there are many such Raja Maharaj, Maharaj, Brahmananda. He saw Swami Brahmananda's movement here. And he used to think that this center is run by Brahmananda Swami. He is nobody. He used to think, I am nobody. Everything is run by Brahmananda Swami. So this is the inside of it. So that should be, and you have to hold on to your patience that I will see that. Not 1 year I have done, 2 years I have meditated. Not the question. Till I reach the goal. You have to have patience. Many people are seeing some vision. I don't see any vision. Okay, you don't see any vision. What's that? You transfer your character. Your character will be such manifesting devotion for God. So do that. So that needs patience. In spiritual life, Dhairya is a very, very... Ramakrishna gave the example, Dhairya. The Narayana, the Narada, this says Narada. Narada was going to heaven because his access is earth and heaven. He can always go here and there. He has free access to the Lord Krishna in the heaven, Vaikuntha, and also here. So he is walking and he saw that there is one sadhu. He is meditating. And he's meditating in such austerity. So there's what is called wearing music. Termite. Termite has grown around. He was meditating under a tree. So termite has grown around his body. And he has become emaciated and he's just looking like that. Very morose and distorted. And then Narada came. I said, "Oh Narada, where are you going?" "I'm going to heaven." "No, could you please ask?" It is Ramakrishna's story. "Could you please ask Lord Narayana that when I shall be liberated? I am trying so much." Then he said, "Okay." And then he went another place. And there was a man who was standing, sitting under a tree and thinking of God, but singing and dancing and happy. Then he said, "Oh, Narada, where do you go?" "I'm going to the Lord Narayana." "Hello, are you going? Could you please tell me when I shall be free? I shall be liberated." So both of them went, and then again after some time, Narada coming back. Seeing that, this person said, those who was just surrounded by your, what you call, termite, and he said, "Oh, Narada, did you talk to the Lord when I shall be liberated?" He said, "You need another." Lord said, "You need another 3 lives, 3 births." And he fainted. "Huh? I am doing so much, another 3 births." And he lost. He got too into depression. And anyhow, now the Lord said this, "I'm only messenger." So he went from there to the person who was dancing and singing. He is the same cheerful person, singing and dancing and doing little Bhagavan's name, repeating the Lord's name, and do how much one can do. He is doing his best and singing and dancing. And seeing Narada stopped and said, "Oh, Narada, did you come back?" But "Yes, I came back." What did the Lord said? The Lord said, "You are sitting under a tamarind tree." Tamarind tree?
Tamarind tree.
Tamarind trees, the leaves are very tiny, millions and millions of leaves will be there in that tree. And Narada said, Lord said that you will be liberated. As many leaves are there, so many births. So many births. Then you will be liberated. And he started dancing more. "Oh, I will be liberated someday." He said the only 3 lives it will be that you will be liberated. He fainted. And here he said, Lord said, "You will be liberated when these so many births, as many leaves are there." And he was so rejoicing. He said, "Oh, I will then have liberation someday." And Ramakrishna said he is liberated that moment. He has a faith. I will be liberated by God's grace. Let it take time. So that's the Dhoirja means patience. In spiritual life, patience. Normal life also. Every day's problem, this, that come. Who handles the situation? Who has more patience? No? And in spiritual life, patience is necessary. You may do your spiritual practice. Sometimes dry spell comes. You're doing meditation, you're doing prayer, but nothing is interesting. You don't get joy. Neither you find in attraction in meditation nor in prayer. But what to do? Don't get frustrated with enthusiasm. Continue yourself. Sometime it will happen. How the cloud is all covering the sky. The cloud can be just gone in a split second. That moment the sun will come up. It may come now. You are here. God is not somewhere else. God is all the time here. The sun is all the time here. The cloud goes and you see the light. So the cloud of ignorance, cloud of our past bad tendencies, when that is gone, it will be there. So we should have dhoirja, patience, very much important. Okay? What is the time?
Oh, 5:32.
5:32. Okay, so we can tat karma. I'm not reading much. Tat karma pravartana means you do such activity which will enhance your spiritual practice. No, you are a bhakta. Meet with the bhakta, chant the name of God, do such thing where environment is leading you towards God. No, don't go and mix or be in that environment where your mood will be disturbed, your spiritual mood will go away. So, tat karma pravartanam. You engage yourself following the limbs of it, such as hearing. Tat karma. What are the karma? Bhakti school say, Shravana, listening, Kirtana. We have read the very earlier, the 6 or 8 such, nine practices. Listening, then singing, Shravanam Kirtanam, offering, and dasya, austerity, servitude, attitude of servitude. We read all these types of practice. that should be helpful. So we should perform them. Tat tat karma for. Sanga tyagat. Give up association of bad people. Bad in the sense, don't judge bad, but those people where you go, they take away your spiritual mood. They try to disturb your peace. They criticize your spiritual path. Don't go there. Where you get encouragement of your spiritual practice, that it is that go there. See, sangatyagat. And also, satovritte. Satovritte means you have to go to the giving up illicit connection with women or men. It is the last. Take that point. Don't take their explanation. Always. So that is, you are a man, you should be careful to not have illicit relationship. Or a woman, okay, also same. Main point is, you are trying to be bhakta, you should be pure. You should be, intention should be pure. Your action should be pure. So following that path. We'll talk about that. Even they are so strong, they call, even don't mix with those people who are very lustful, and don't associate with them. Don't associate even those you not directly, you do, who associates with them, don't go towards them. Those who are indulging that way into their, what you call, all these negativities, don't go there. Not even those people who associate with them. That means from a distance, try to keep yourself, you protect yourself.
That's challenging when it's your family, right?
Huh?
That's challenging when it's your family.
No. He is saying not that. It is saying that here last is the question. Bhakti is not the, Bhakta should have good children, family, why not? All the sages, look at that. We are forgetting the main philosophy. Look at all the sages of the Upanishads. They are householders. They have their son, they have their child, they have their girl, they have a boy, and they took care of them. But what they're saying, illicit relationship, that passionate people who are going in the wrong direction and at the same time trying to spiritualize life. No. And Sangha Sanginam, Bhagavat says, don't associate only those type of negative people who are totally indulged into the sense life. Don't go to them. Try to avoid. Not only that, those who are friends of them, even avoid them also. Because you want to make a spiritual progress very rapid. Those who are willing to, as you said, any family life, you cannot do that. But you can keep yourself in a different mood. You can repeat your mantra, you can keep your high philosophy in your mind and try to think that God is there, but he's covered with ignorance. Let them do. I will not associate. Association is mental association.
You're right.
Not physical. You go there and talk. That's nothing.
No attachment, right?
No attachment. No clingingness. Don't make friendship with them. Okay, hello, how are you? This, that. And try to protect yourself. And adopting good behavior and character. We'll work on that. And we'll read the explanations next. Okay?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Swami.
This is see, they are not for bhakti, but this is for everyone. So what about this good thing? Goody. No? See how she is strict. She is so strict. We indulge into it. That's why she keeps her health very good. Right.
Look at her.
See, mother's grace, and also see how much she exercises, how much she does. Very. So yoga works.
Yoga works.
Okay. Yes. Very good thing. You, on the way, take and eat. কাকে দিতে হবে?
আপনার জন্যই ওই গত বছর শিক্ষক
এনেছিল না এই মেয়ে পড়ো
Bring to tea.
but you put it in your mouth and go.
I have to look and see what
Take
is what.
what you got. Yeah.
I think it's all same.
Your chocolate almond?
Yeah, chocolate almonds.
That-
Good.
that's-
They're all chocolate almonds.
No, but like anything with the nuts or chocolate almond.
These are chocolate almonds. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good. I can have that.
Yeah, take it.
Okay. See, they are stuck together. See, I just
Are
need one.
two together?
Yeah.
Are one? আসুন
আজকে আমি বেরিয়ে মন্দির থেকে বেরিয়ে
ঠিক আছে yes. হ্যাঁ নিন বড় দেখে কিছু নিন
এই তো
গোটাটা নিয়ে নিন
গোটাটাই নিই
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ না এতে ডিম আছে আচ্ছা এই কাম ডোন্ট গো
I'm gonna get mine at